somewhat live from the Beer to Whiskey Studios high atop Barley's Tap Room on Washington Street in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this segment of what we call Big Jon and Five. And that's where I get my good buddy here, Big Jon Richards, to pick out a beer from one of the more than 70 taps they've got going on here at Barley's. We talk a little bit about the beer, we sniff it, we taste it, we talk about the brewery, sometimes we even get into a little brewing history, because it's all part of our ongoing mission to spread the gospel of good taste. And
thirsty work it is.
It is. It's hard work. It's thirsty work. I'm a little parched at this point. But having said all that, Big Jon, what do we have in front of us?
Got another treat for us today. Dogfish Head Mixed Media. It's a neat little esoteric, off-the-radar kind of a beer that sort of fits into the style of Saison, but also has 49% of the fermentable sugars come from grapes. So it's, as they proclaim, the closest thing wine can get to beer, or beer can get to wine.
And you thought I would like this because?
It just sounds fun.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
We've done a couple Saisons now, and Russ has been amenable to this Belgian side on the Saison thing, and it's worked well.
I'm picking up steam in terms of sort of liking Saisons.
And that's a neat little change of pace here. Basically a Saison recipe, but you're substituting grape must or grapes or grape, fermentables for some of the grains.
Okay.
So you're losing a little bit. You're going to lose a little bit of the grainy, crackery, bready maltiness that comes out of a traditional Saison. You're going to substitute in some like grapefruity sweetness in there. So I actually think in fact, I'm pretty sure I've had this beer before, but I don't remember it well enough to say 100% for sure. So I'm treating this like I'm tasting it for the first time as well.
All right.
But it's a neat idea, and I love what Dogfish Head does and how they really get funky and experimental and off the wall and do some strange stuff. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, me too.
Let's do it.
Lily. Wow.
I don't even get grape until it really settles in. It starts off a lot like a traditional Saison. A little spicy, a little phenolic, a little like clove and cardamom maybe going on up front there.
And you're right, the grape isn't just at the back end, it's at the very back end.
Yeah. That's cool, because some of these, I've had a few of these where the grapes get really overpowering. Even the Dogfish Head 60, which is the one that they do, 70 minute, that has the grape must in it. It's not 75. I think it's 70. I don't remember the number. It's terrible of me for not. Yeah.
Clearly you don't.
It didn't occur to me to try and think of what the number was before I started tasting this one. But the grape on this is really, really nice and subtle. It doesn't get overpoweringly winey.
No.
Good job, Dogfish Head.
If you had not told me the grape part of this, I'd be sitting here wondering what it was that I was tasting at the tail end of it.
I might be too. You don't smell grapes in it at all.
No.
Just kind of smell the cereal, which is nice. That's tasty.
What's the alcohol?
8.
I figured since we had it in
yeah.
snifter glasses.
I looked it up, and I don't remember the exact number between when I looked it up and now. We had pizza between then and now. In my defense, weak as it is.
Pathetic as it is. Well, we shoot a bunch of these at a time, and somewhere in the middle of these, we usually get a pizza. Barley's has outrageously good pizza, and but
one of the reasons we love it here.
Yeah, but
and they don't pay us to say that.
No, they don't. No, in fact, we got to buy the pizza, but it's well worth it. But anyway, I am kind of knocked out by this.
They're so good at this. And this is one of the things they've hung their hat on. And Sam Calagione, their head brewer, brewmaster, owner, whatever his title is, which is manifold, was self-describes brewing in real small, homebrew quantities, and just getting bored with the recipes and go into his pantry and open the doors and going, what in here could I put in the beer?
Yeah.
And he's held on to that as a philosophy over the years, to the point that Dogfish Head has done those ancient beer styles where he went and brewed the stuff, try and mimic the stuff they found in China and Egypt and Babylon, and then he does stuff like this. Of course, he has thrown, I just mentioned, grape must into an IPA, which is way out of this world, and does all kinds of fruit, fun, different fermentables, additions. So they kill it with this stuff. I don't know anybody else in the country who gets this weird, this often, this successfully.
And I just want to mention, because we're shooting this, it's mid-September, but they just released their pumpkin, is it ale?
Pumpkin ale, yeah.
And the pumpkin ale, which is a great fall beer. And I'm not even a big, let's have beers flavored like different things, but the pumpkin ale is a tremendous. And particularly, I have friends that I go to for Thanksgiving, and I always take a couple of 6-packs of it over there, and it's gone like that.
It's one of those easy drinking beers you can come back to that tastes more like beer than it does like something else, which again is what we're doing here, which we like so much. This
is very unique.
Yeah.
It's very good. I don't know that I would drink more than one of them.
Again, I feel exactly the same way. I'd probably drink one. This is delicious. I'm going to drink one, obviously.
Yes.
But I don't know if I'd come back for a second one today.
Right.
If it was back on next week when I came back, I'd probably have another one.
Sure, me too. Anything else?
I think we covered a good bit of it on this one. I think we should just let these people go and find one of these on their own if they can.
If you can find it, buy it. Text Miss Lily.
Cheers.
And see you.